Hello and welcome back to another video here in the Lego Room. I hope you are well. Today we are going to continue where we left off last week. We did a evening in the Lego Room, and this will probably be a part 2, an episode 2 of an evening in the Lego Room, and who knows how long this will take. We had a few series of Lego Room updates last year on the channel, and maybe we'll follow suit this year, who knows. So if you're into Lego Rooms and Lego hauls, do subscribe to the channel because we've got tons of Lego stuff in this space coming up today, and we've got a little bit of free time, so what we need to do is really get this place in order. With us doing a serious amount of Whatnot streams over the last couple of weeks, the room is just a mess. There is crap all over the floor. There is piles and piles of new boxes of Lego that I still need to either build or put away for a future date. There are Funko Pops all over the place. We need to start tidying this room up and getting everything in order. Let me take you around. Let me show you what we're going to do. I think tonight we might start on, if it is in shot, yes, there it is, the trash compactor, the final diorama that I have not built, and I've had this for a little while, and finally decided to get it out and build it about a week ago, and that still hasn't happened, and that is because we've got loads of new Lego sets over in the far corner of the room. So what we're going to need to do is probably build this, get it on display, and then start working through the rest of the sets and just try and tidy this whole area up because it's just not the way I want it. A little bit of an update as well for those that are keeping track. We're probably not moving anytime soon. We were eyeing up a potential new Lego room in the future in a different place, but that probably won't happen for at least a couple of months. So what I need to do is really try and maximize the space that we've got in this room. So that is what we're going to try and do today. And first, we've finally found something to go in this gap here, and it's not a Marvel set, but it is in fact the Krusty Burger. Yes, we've finally put it in, and I've got a couple of the characters outside just because I think it looks kind of cool to have Krusty there. So exclusive figs to the set, and then just hidden in the corner, if it focuses, is Sideshow Bob. So I thought that was a nice little Easter egg, just him like hiding at the very back there. So yeah, finally found something that temporarily goes in that gap. And sadly, I think that means that we're going to have to pull down the Malfoy Moc, and that is because the actual mana itself fits really nicely into a Billy bookcase, but unfortunately that base plate does not, and it just means that it is a bit of an obtuse size. And of course, with us just getting the main castle, it means where there's no space over here and a U-wing, hello, ka-chow, it means that we do need some more space, and it means we can pull the burrow along and maybe even the Durmstrad ship as well. And it just means I can put the tower in the far corner there. We probably won't see that in this video, but it will get done in the next couple of weeks on the channel. So unfortunately, I'm probably gonna have a little cry as I pull this apart. It was a very fun one. I'll try and drop the thumbnail for the video on screen for you so you can go and check that out if you do want to see how we put this whole thing together. And with that moved, it now means that we can put this together. Probably not today or within the next week or so. We're slightly busy, but we do need to start either putting things away like that set, which will be for a Whatnot stream in the future. We need to, of course, build the Django Fett helmet as well. You can see the Sonic Ideas set in the background, which we won on Whatnot as well. Real auction winners, and I was actually one of them in MTD stream. So shout out MTD as well. And these need to find a home. We need to find a way of getting all 6 of them together in one place. And I don't know how we're going to do that, but hopefully we'll find out in this video. And you may have already seen this earlier in the week on the channel, but I thought I'd give you a little time-lapse view of the final diorama that I needed to get out of the backlog, which is of course the trash compactor diorama. This might be my favourite so far, and I say that every time I do a new one, but it is a really fun interactive feature where you can sort of crush the characters, and a lot of fun to build. I love making these dioramas, and this one now needs a home, and I'm probably going to put it up on the shelf and take those trading cards out the back there as well. Believe it or not, I've actually sped this footage up. It actually took me that long to safely take Malfoy Manor off of the shelf because I was a little worried about dropping it, and here are the remains. So, yeah, I'm going to now need to pull this whole thing apart, which is quite sad. You can see Snape there. Can I get him in camera shot? I don't quite know. Yeah, sad to say goodbye to it, but yeah, the video is up on the channel. I'll show you a link of where it is. You can go and check it out, but it will now be destroyed, and yeah, it was a fun one. So I've tried to leave the essence of what we started there, which is Snape walking in. It's not quite the same without the elongated sort of yard and all the bushes and stuff, but I think it sort of gets the message across for something that is going to be essentially cramped onto one of these shelves. So I think I'm going to build an arm shelf, and I think that means that this will end up on a different shelf. I still haven't built it and possibly won't build it within the next however many episodes that this lasts, but it does mean that things like this can start to be moved into storage boxes. And with that, it was time to dust off Malfoy Manor and get the vacuum out, and that didn't take too long, but I hadn't quite decided where I was going to put it, so it was time to reshuffle the Harry Potter shelf as I had described previously, with an eye on creating a gap in the left-hand side for that tower clock. And wasn't actually alone. Mrs. Bricker, if you can see her, just popped in. Didn't help me at all, but certainly had advice about what it should look like, and luckily we did agree on the configuration that I have come to in the end there in the Durmstrad ship. Slightly out of place, but nowhere else to put it at the moment. So one of the main issues we've got in the Lego room, for me personally, is we've got about 30 plus at least Funkos, all of which I actually really want to display, and there's not really any place to put them. I've got them stacked under the table on the Billy bookcase at that side of the room, and I say all that to say that that is what we're going to be working on in this corner now. But I've just had another delivery from Magpie Toys, a northeast supplier over on Whatnot as well. Go and check them out. So I just thought I would unbox live in action without getting me postcode and address on there. Something that we picked up from Magpie Toys after we raided them last weekend. So we raided them after our show, and we picked up a really nice Funko Pop, very well wrapped as well. Shout out to Magpie Toys. And there we go, a little Darth Vader there, very cool looking. Not entirely sure where it's going to go, and there's an added problem, which is that is a completely different shape to any of the other ones that I've got as well. So maybe that'll work in our favour. Maybe I'll be able to find a cool little spot for that, but chances are I'm going to have just added another one to the problem. So things like the Mando N1, and which is like almost in pieces in my hands, and the E-Wing, they're going to have to be sacrificed. Shin Hati's Starfighter, those types of sort of mid-play scale ship builds that are just taking up too much space on shelves at the moment, they're all going to have to be put into storage until we move Lego rooms. So these are all coming off the bottom shelf, and I'll show you probably in the next clip what this new sort of layout looks like. Right, let me walk you through what I've done with this space. Nothing's really changed in the long bookshelf on the corner there, but we have found space to put the Harry Potter sets up there, and I will move all of those Pixar things in just a moment's time. There is the wand. If you saw yesterday's video when we went to the Harry Potter studios, I picked up the Elder wand. That'll probably sit down front because there's a nice little gap there just in front of the Great Hall. So that gap is probably never really going to go away, with the boathouse being at the very front there. And as you move along to the side, you've got the burrow in the far corner, along with that custom Harry Potter stand that I showed off last week. And yeah, as you move down, I will show you what is going on. I've left a little bit of space in some of these just for when we do the other side of the room, but everything is slightly cleaner than it was before. As you can see, still need to find a home for those Pixar and Disney items in front of the brickheads there, but generally we have started to tidy up. That is the sort of first look at a mock that we're working on for the future, which is a huge Sarlacc pit. I don't know when that will see the light of day. We have started that video. Some Andor stuff in that one, very cool. The Marva Funko, very cool, with B and the Andor set underneath, and then some sets on the floor as well that have yet to be opened or are being kept. And as you move, this is particularly good, this bit, if I can get in without the floor squeaking. You've got the droid which fits in nicely there. This I'm particularly pleased with. You've got all three of those stacked, and what I think I will do is stack the other two next to it in one of these shelves, purely because the Superstar Destroyer doesn't quite fit in one of these. I'll have to work out where that is going to go. You've got the ATTE, the dog, next to the tumbler, which needs to be built. And then you've got the photo frame that needs to have the anniversary figures added to it, and that hasn't been done yet. You've got the silly head, the signed Boba Fett Lego set, which I'm yet to find a good home for. I don't really want to just put anywhere. It may well move in the next video, and the gunship in the corner. And that is about where we got to with this side of the room. So that is about it for today's video. I am not going to show you the other side of the room and do that. I have run out of time tonight, and also would probably turn the video into like a 30-minute video, and we will work on this side of the room probably next week, so make sure you subscribe, because we'll be doing another video of this nature probably tomorrow night, but you guys won't see it until about a week's time, so make sure you hit the subscribe button. It'll be sincerely appreciated. If you watched until this far in the video, thank you very much. It's sincerely appreciated. Take care, and I will see you in the very next video. Bye.